That morning, Bailey and Lulu were playing together in the word party playroom. Bailey was carrying a big blue ball, while Lulu was carrying some of her favorite toys. Bailey invited Lulu to play ball. Lulu agreed to play, but reminded Bailey to be careful. "Come on, Bailey, but we have to play carefully." Bailey nodded. They started playing together. Lulu threw the ball to Bailey. Bailey successfully caught the ball. Bailey said that it was his turn now. Bailey then threw the ball to Lulu. However, Bailey accidentally threw the ball too hard. The ball flew very quickly toward a table. There was a flower vase on the table. The ball hit the vase. The vase fell to the floor and broke. Lulu looked at the broken pieces of the vase and said, "Oh no." Bailey started to feel scared. Bailey said that he did not mean to do it. Lulu then looked at Bailey and asked if Bailey was the one who threw the ball. Bailey lowered his head. He knew that he was the one who had thrown the ball too hard. However, Bailey was afraid to tell the truth. Bailey was still standing quietly beside the broken flower vase. He looked at the pieces on the floor. His heart felt nervous. Bailey knew that he had accidentally caused the vase to break, but he was afraid to tell Lulu the truth. What if Lulu gets angry with me? Bailey thought. Bailey looked down and stayed silent. He wanted to tell the truth, but at the same time, he wanted to avoid getting into trouble. Then Bailey began thinking of an excuse. Maybe I could say that the ball fell by itself, he thought. Bailey knew that this would not be true. He remembered what had really happened. He was the one who threw the ball too hard. Lulu looked at Bailey and noticed that he was unusually quiet. "Bailey, are you okay?" Lulu asked. Bailey looked at Lulu. For a moment, he almost told her everything, but he was still scared. Bailey took a small breath and looked at the broken vase again. He realized that he had an important choice to make. He could tell the truth and admit his mistake, or he could tell a lie to hide what had happened. Bailey did not know what to do, but deep inside his heart, he knew that telling the truth was the right thing. Bailey took another deep breath. He was going to make his choice. A lie can make things worse. Bailey stood quietly beside the broken flower vase. He knew he had to make the choice. He could tell Lulu the truth, or he could make up a story to avoid getting into trouble. Bailey looked at Lulu. For a moment he wanted to say that he did not break the vase, but then Bailey remembered what really happened. He had thrown the ball too hard. The ball had hit the vase, and the vase had fallen and broken. Bailey began to imagine what might happen if he lied. If he said that he did not break the vase, Lulu might believe him. But what if Lulu asked another question? Bailey might have to tell another lie. Then he might need another lie to cover up the first one. Bailey suddenly realized that one small lie could become many lies that made him feel even more worried. Bailey looked at the broken pieces again. He understood that lying would not make the broken vase become whole again. It would not change what had happened. The vase was still broken, and Bailey still knew the truth. Lulu noticed Bailey's worried expression. She gently asked, "Bailey, is there something you want to tell me?" Bailey looked at Lulu. His heart was still nervous, but now he understood something important. Telling the truth might be difficult at first, but lying could make the problem even bigger. Bailey took a deep breath. He knew that he needed to be brave. He was ready to face the truth. And now Bailey was one step closer to making the right choice. Bailey tells the truth. Bailey took a deep breath. He looked at Lulu and then looked at the broken flower vase. His heart was still beating quickly. He was nervous, but Bailey remembered what he had just learned. A lie would not fix the broken vase. A lie could only make the problem bigger. Bailey knew that he had to be honest. He slowly walked toward Lulu. "Lulu, I need to tell you something," Bailey said. Lulu looked at Bailey carefully. "What happened, Bailey?" she asked. Bailey took another deep breath. "I was the one who broke the vase," Bailey said quietly. Lulu looked surprised. Bailey quickly continued, "I didn't mean to break it. I was playing with the ball, but I threw it too hard. The ball hit the vase and it fell down." Bailey lowered his head. "I am sorry, Lulu." For a moment, Bailey felt nervous. He was worried that Lulu might be angry, but Bailey also felt something different. He felt relieved. He had finally told the truth. Lulu looked at Bailey and then looked at the broken vase. She could see that Bailey was truly sorry. "Thank you for telling me the truth, Bailey," Lulu said. Bailey slowly Bailey raised his head. "You're not angry?" he asked. Lulu smiled gently. "I am sad that the vase broke, but I know you didn't do it on purpose." Bailey felt much better. He realized that telling the truth had been difficult. But once he told the truth, he no longer had to hide what really happened. Bailey smiled. "I am glad I told you the truth." Lulu nodded. Being honest takes courage. Bailey smiled proudly. For the first time, he understood that admitting a mistake was not something to be ashamed of. It was a brave thing to do. And Bailey had just taken his first big step toward becoming a more honest friend. Learning from mistakes. Bailey felt relieved after telling Lulu the truth. He no longer had to hide what had happened. Lulu looked at Bailey with a gentle smile. "Bailey, thank you for being honest with me," Lulu said. Bailey smiled softly. "I was really scared to tell you the truth," Bailey admitted. Lulu nodded. "Sometimes telling the truth can feel scary," she said, "but being honest is very important." Bailey looked at the broken vase. "I made a mistake," Bailey said. "Yes," Lulu replied, "but everyone makes mistakes sometimes." Bailey looked surprised. "Everyone?" Lulu nodded. "Everyone can make a mistake. What matters is what we do after making one." Bailey thought about Lulu's words. "So I don't have to pretend that I never make mistakes?" he asked. Lulu smiled. "No, you can admit your mistake, say sorry, and try to make things better." Bailey looked at the broken vase again. He wanted to make things better. "I want to help clean this up," Bailey said. Lulu smiled. "That is a great idea." Bailey carefully picked up the safe pieces while Lulu helped organize the area. They worked together carefully. Bailey felt happy. He had learned something important. Making a mistake did not mean that he was a bad friend. But hiding the truth could make things more difficult. When he told the truth, he could apologize, learn from his mistake, and help fix the problem. Bailey smiled at Lulu. "Next time, I will be more careful when I play with the ball." Lulu nodded. "And if something goes wrong, you can always tell me the truth." Bailey smiled. "I will." Together, Bailey and Lulu cleaned up the playroom, and Bailey began to understand that honesty was not only about saying what really happened. Honesty also meant having the courage to learn from your mistakes and make things better. Honesty in small things. The playroom was clean again. Bailey felt happy because he had helped Lulu clean up the mess. He had also learned an important lesson about telling the truth. But Lulu wanted Bailey to understand something even more important. "Bailey," Lulu said, "honesty is not only important when we make a big mistake." Bailey looked at Lulu with curiosity. "It is also important in small things," Lulu explained. Bailey thought about that. "Small things?" he asked. Lulu nodded. "Yes,
We should be honest when we play, when we talk, and when we tell other people what happened. Bailey began to understand. Then Lulu asked, "What if you accidentally take something that belongs to someone else?" Bailey thought for a moment. "I should tell them and give it back," he answered. "That's right," Lulu said. Then Lulu asked another question. "What if you accidentally spill some water?" Bailey smiled. "I should tell the truth and help clean it up."
Lulu nodded happily.
Bailey was beginning to understand. Honesty was not something we only used when we were afraid of getting into trouble. Honesty was a good habit we could practice every day. Bailey suddenly remembered something. "Lulu, I think I understand now." Lulu smiled. "What do you understand?" Bailey answered, "Being honest means telling the truth even when nobody is watching." Lulu's eyes lit up. Exactly.
Bailey felt proud.
He realized that honesty could help people trust us. When we tell the truth, people know they can believe what we say. And when people trust each other, friendships can become stronger. Bailey smiled at Lulu. "I want to practice being honest every day." Lulu smiled back. "That is a wonderful idea." Bailey and Lulu continued playing together. This time, Bailey felt different. He knew that being honest was not just something he had to do when he made a mistake. It was a choice he could make every day, and Bailey was ready to practice that choice. The courage to be honest. The next day, Bailey and Lulu were playing together again. They decided to build a tall tower using colorful building blocks. Bailey carefully placed one block on top of another. Lulu was building another part of the tower nearby. They were having fun and working together. "Look, Lulu, my tower is getting taller," Bailey said happily. Lulu smiled. "Wow, be careful, Bailey. It is getting very tall."
Bailey nodded.
But as Bailey reached for another block, his arm accidentally bumped the tower. The tower began to wobble. "Oh no!" Bailey shouted. The colorful blocks fell onto the floor. Bailey stared at the fallen blocks. He felt disappointed. For a moment, Bailey wanted to say that the tower fell by itself. He could even blame the blocks. But then Bailey remembered what Lulu had taught him. Being honest meant telling the truth, even when nobody was watching. Bailey took a deep breath. "I knocked the tower down by accident," Bailey said. Lulu looked at Bailey. Then she smiled. "Thank you for telling me the truth." Bailey felt proud. "I was afraid you might be upset," Bailey said. Lulu shook her head. "I am not angry. Accidents can happen." Bailey smiled. "I think I'm getting better at being honest." Lulu laughed happily. "Yes, every time you tell the truth, you are practicing honesty." Bailey looked at the blocks on the floor. "Then let's build it again." Lulu nodded. "Let's do it." They picked up the blocks and started building again. This time Bailey moved more carefully. He learned that being honest did not mean never making mistakes. It meant being brave enough to admit mistakes when they happened. Bailey smiled as
the tower grew taller again. He was beginning to understand that honesty was a habit, and every honest choice made him a little braver. After rebuilding the colorful tower, Bailey and Lulu continued playing together. They were happy because they had learned how important it was to be honest. Soon, they decided to play with some colorful toy cars. Bailey picked up one of the toy cars and started moving it across the floor. Lulu was playing nearby. Suddenly, Bailey accidentally pushed the toy car too hard. The car rolled across the room and bumped into a small stack of blocks. The blocks fell onto the floor. Bailey froze. He looked at the fallen blocks. Then he looked at Lulu. For a moment, Bailey thought about saying that Lulu had knocked them down, but Bailey knew that would not be true. Lulu had not touched the blocks. Bailey was the one who pushed the toy car. Bailey remembered his promise to always try to be honest. He took a deep breath. "Lulu, I need to tell you something," Bailey said. Lulu looked at him. "I accidentally pushed the toy car too hard," Bailey explained. "It rolled into the blocks and knocked them over." Bailey lowered his head. "I am sorry." Lulu smiled gently. "Thank you for telling me the truth, Bailey." Bailey looked relieved. "I almost blamed you," he admitted. Lulu nodded. "But you chose to tell the truth instead." Bailey smiled. "I don't want to blame someone else for my mistake." Lulu was happy to hear that. That is another important part of being honest. Bailey looked at the blocks scattered across the floor. "So when I make a mistake, I should admit it instead of blaming someone else." "Exactly," Lulu said. Bailey carefully picked up the blocks. Lulu helped him put them back together. As they cleaned up, Bailey realized something important. Being honest was not always easy. Sometimes it was easier to blame someone else. Sometimes it was easier to pretend that nothing happened. But telling the truth showed that Bailey was responsible for his actions. Bailey smiled proudly. "I think I am becoming braver." Lulu smiled. "You are, Bailey." They continued playing together. Bailey knew that honesty meant more than simply telling the truth. It also meant taking responsibility for what we do. And Bailey was ready to keep practicing. After cleaning up the fallen blocks, Bailey and Lulu continued playing together. They decided to build a big structure using colorful building blocks. Bailey carefully arranged several blocks. Lulu helped build another part of the structure. They worked together happily. Bailey carried a few blocks in his hands. He walked carefully toward the structure, but suddenly, one of the blocks slipped from Bailey's hands. The block fell onto the structure. Crash! The whole structure fell down. Bailey froze. He looked at the colorful blocks scattered across the floor. He felt terrible. Bailey thought Lulu might be angry. For a moment, he wanted to stay quiet. But Bailey remembered everything he had learned. He knew that blaming someone else would not be honest. So Bailey decided to tell the truth. "Lulu, I want to tell you
what really happened," Bailey said. Lulu looked at him.
Bailey continued,
"I accidentally dropped the block and it made our structure fall down." Bailey lowered his head. "I am really sorry." Lulu looked at the fallen structure. Then she looked at Bailey. She smiled gently. "Thank you for telling me the truth." Bailey slowly raised his head. "You're not angry?" he asked. Lulu shook her head. "I am sad that our structure fell down, but I know you didn't do it on purpose." Bailey felt relieved. He was happy that he had chosen to be honest. Lulu smiled. "Let's build it again together." Bailey's face lit up. "Really? Of course," Lulu replied. Bailey and Lulu began picking up the blocks. They carefully rebuilt their structure together. This time Bailey was even more careful. As they worked, Bailey realized something important. Being honest did not make their friendship weaker. It made their friendship stronger. When Bailey told the truth, Lulu knew she could trust him. And when Lulu listened and understood, Bailey knew he could trust her too. Bailey smiled. "I am glad I told you the truth." Lulu smiled back. "Me too." They continued building together with happy hearts. Bailey had learned an important lesson. Honesty builds trust, and trust makes friendship stronger. Honesty is always a good choice. Bailey and Lulu had learned many important lessons together. They had learned that everyone can make mistakes. They had learned that making a mistake does not make someone a bad friend. They had also learned that telling the truth can sometimes feel difficult. Bailey remembered how nervous he had felt when he broke the flower vase. He remembered how worried he was when the tower fell. He also remembered how easy it would have been to blame someone else. But every time Bailey chose to tell the truth, something wonderful happened. He felt relieved. He learned from his mistakes. And Lulu learned that she could trust him. Bailey looked at Lulu. "Lulu, I understand something now." Lulu smiles. "What do you understand, Bailey?" Bailey thought for a moment. "We don't have to be perfect all the time." Lulu nodded. "That's right. Everyone makes mistakes." Bailey continued. "But when we make a mistake, we should be brave enough to admit it." Lulu smiled. "And we should always try to make things better." Bailey nodded happily. "I want to keep telling the truth even when it feels difficult." Lulu smiled warmly. "And I will always listen to you." Bailey felt happy. He finally understood that honesty was more than simply saying what happened. Honesty meant being brave. Honesty meant taking responsibility. Honesty meant admitting mistakes. And honesty meant trusting our friends enough to tell them the truth. Bailey looked at the colorful building they had made together. He smiled. "When we tell the truth, people can trust us." Lulu nodded. "And when we trust each other, our friendship becomes stronger." Bailey smiled brightly. "I am happy that I learned about honesty with you, Lulu." "Me too, Bailey," Lulu replied. Bailey and Lulu continue playing together happily. They knew that mistakes could happen again someday, but now they knew what to do. If something went wrong, they would not hide it. They would not blame someone else. They would tell the truth, say sorry when necessary, learn from the mistake, and try to make things right. Bailey smiled at Lulu. Let's always be honest with each other. Lulu happily nodded, always. And from that day forward, Bailey remembered one very important lesson. Telling the truth may not always be easy, but honesty is always a good choice. Honesty builds trust. Trust makes friendship stronger. And being brave enough to tell the truth makes our hearts feel happy